Hello viewers, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we'll be looking at how to draft a Canadian smoking pattern, a flower pattern. This is a new design and I will want you to watch carefully what I'm about to show you. As you can see, I've drawn out my boss and each boss is 2 inches is a perfect square. 2 inches, 2 inches. I use 2 inches to draft out this boss. On each boss On each of these boxes, I will sew here and skip a box. Sew here and skip a box. Sew here and skip a box. I'll continue skipping one box. So this is how it will look like. You skip each box horizontally and vertically, like it is right now. So where we mark X is where we are sewing. You can see I skipped this line and I also skipped this one to get my flower shape. Okay, this is the material I'll be using. This is a doll face satin. To get the accurate quantity of material you'll be needing for your sleeve, you multiply the sleeve length by 3 wherever. So I'll be transferring the measurement I took on my pattern on my fabric. I'll be using 2 inches horizontally and vertically. So let's draw our lines. So but on my fabric I won't be using a marker. I'll be using this chalk, because if you should use your marker on your material, it won't be easy, it won't go off easily and it will spoil your fabric. So you use your chalk and your ruler to rule your line. Mark 2 inches like this. Just mark 2 inches here, then I'll draw a straight line. I'll be using my long ruler to rule out my 2 inches. I'll be leaving out this part of it. I won't be making any marking here. I'll also mark 2 inches at this point and mark like this. So I won't be sewing around the edges because of folding of my sleeve and attaching it to my dress or blouse. So I'll just mark it with my chalk using 2 inches, just like I've said in the pattern paper. So I'll just do same thing here. I'll just go ahead and mark it all through. You can see I'm making progress with my lines. I just don't want to get you bored. That's why I'm doing it off camera. So I'll just continue marking my 2 inches and draw the line. This could be time taking, but it's worth the time. I just finished drawing my horizontal lines, so I'll go ahead now and insert my vertical lines. And see, I just used 2 inches to draw it straight up. So I'll use same 2 inches to draw a vertical line all through my material. Remember, if you are drawing your line, you should draw it on the right face of your fabric, not on the wrong face. Use the right face to draw your lines with a tailor chalk. So all your lines should be drawn on the right face of your fabric. Please, that's very important. Okay, I just finished drawing out my lines. As you can see how it's looking like a mat. So we'll just go ahead and sew. All you have to do is to insert your needle, your thread to your needle. So what I'm having here is 4 string of thread. So I just doubled it, making it 4. So this is it. So you fix your thread from the wrong side like this. And mind you, you have to leave like 2 inches for folding your sleeve, and also some space beneath for attaching your sleeve to your bodies and to shape out your armhole. So you have to like leave some space at each side. Mine is an off shoulder sleeve, so I don't need much space. Just left 2 inches above and like 2 inches below as well. So I'll be sewing on this part. So that's why I started from this side. I won't be sewing here because I will be folding this area. So I started from here. So I'll just take my needle and insert it. Make sure you tie the mouth of your thread so it won't pull out. From one angle like this, pull it out. Then you just put it in again like this and pull out. You take it to another point of your square to this side, and so put your thread like this, and you pull out. You do same in the other side, like you sew all through the square and to the fourth side, and you go back to your starting point again like this. Then you pull your thread. You can see what I'm having before pulling my thread, just like sewing around the square. You can see what I'm having. Then you just carefully pull your thread. You can see after pulling my thread, this is what I have. Then I'll just go ahead and hold the midpoint, then sew, pass it through the other end. I believe you can see what I'm doing. Then you sew it like this. I'll pass it through it again. So after sewing like twice, I'll bring my cortex bead. You can use any bead of your choice or pearls, whatever you want to use to design your Canadian smoky. You can use it. You can see I just passed the needle through the thread, then I'll pass it through the fabric again, and so making sure it's firm. I'll just pass it through it again. I'll just insert it to the lower part like this. Okay, I'll just stitch it up here. At the back part here, you just tie it up. Remember at the pattern I said we will sew one box and leave the other one. Sorry, I forgot to mark it out. Let me just do that now. You sew one, you lift the next box like that. So I'll just mark it out now. You leave the next box like that. You leave the entire line of the second row. You do the whole row. You go to the next row. You skip a box and you mark like this. This will just serve as a guide like this. You skip the other row, you go to the next line, you do same thing, just like we did in the pattern. So we are sewing only on the part where I marked the X. So you just continue the process like that till you get to the end of the box. So you just stitch, pick a bead. You can see the flowers are already coming out. The shape of my flowers are coming out. It's time taking, but it's worth the time. Just continue it and you see how beautiful it will look. Then I'll just pass it through the back like I did, and so and tie it up. Look at how the back is looking. So I'll just continue going. You can see the shape of the flower, how it's looking. So right now, as I'm holding it up like this, I'll just pass my needle through the center like this. So you can see the shape. They're already having the flower shape. Then pick a bead. Pick a bead. Pass my needle through it. It's a very simple thing to do. It's just that it's time taking and you need a lot of patience to do it. Just continue. I'll pass my thread through my bead again so that it will be firm, and so at the middle. Okay, you can see what I'm having. You can see how it's looking. The flower shape is already formed. I'll just pass my thread to the back, then tie it up there. Pass it through again. I use my scissors to cut out my thread, but I don't want the back to look very rough. Just tie it up again, then go to the next purse. Remember, you're only sewing where you marked. That's why it's very important you mark it out before sewing to serve as a guide. You hold at the middle like this. And so you sew it twice before putting your bead. Just pass it through twice, then take your bead. I'm using a cotton bead. You can use any type of bead of your choice, but I prefer this one. I'll just pass it through my bead again in order to make it firm. Then tie it up beneath the back of my fabric. You can see as you are sewing, the size of the material is also shrinking. That's why you have to multiply your measurement by 3. If you cut out your accurate sleeve measurement, it will turn out becoming too small. That's like you wasting your time. So before doing it, the material you're supposed to use should be 3 times your sleeve measurement. So I'm just trying to tie it up beneath now. Then I'll cut my thread and go to the next bust. So you can see I'm only sewing the bust I marked out. Please endeavor to mark your bust before you start. This will help you a lot. Okay. I believe you guys are seeing what I'm doing and you're following very well. Just put it like this. Okay. The next one, just so this one, I'll put it here also. And here. This one here. Then I'll come back to my starting point. I'll just pull my thread. So you can see the way I hold it underneath and pull my thread. And this is what I have. So I'll just hold it up together like this and sew the midpoint. I believe this video is detailed enough. Then I'll pick a bead and sew twice on it before stitching it underneath it. So I'll just pass my thread to the down part. So, okay. I believe you guys can see how our flower is forming gradually. You can see how it is. And you can see how far we are going with it. You can see how we are making progress with it. Just tie it up at the back. You can see how it's already forming the flowers. You can see my Canadian smoking already looking beautiful. This is just the first line, then you could imagine it all over the material. So right now I'll just go behind the camera and continue doing it. Then come back to show you the finishing part of it. You can see how I sewed the thread like this. Then I'll just come in beneath and hold the center part just like this. Then I'll pull my thread together. Use my hand to adjust it. Then I'll just, you can see how it is. I'll hold these two together like this and sew the center of it. Just sew in between it. Sew it twice before putting my bead. Okay. Just feel I should go over it again before I continue. I'm actually on the second line. And you hold it firm. Make sure it's firm. After inserting your bead, you tight it up very firm. Then you pass it through the back and tie. This is how the back is looking. You can see how it's looking. And that's it. So I'll just continue like I said earlier on till the end. You can see how beautiful it's looking. This took me more than an hour to fix. I just went behind the camera and continued making it. You can see how fine it is. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe this video, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. You can see how simple and easy it is to make. Look at how beautiful and shining it is. Imagine you wearing this on a dress. So what I'll do is just cut out my sleeve, and this is the back part of it. See you guys in my next video. Bye. Actually, the back is also looking very fine. I love you all. Bye.